Do you want to learn a language? You could go to a school and take a course, or now you can download this phone app.
Languages are split into bite-sized skills that feel like games. You lose a life when you get something wrong, and you earn points when you complete a lesson. Duolingo teaches you to read, write, listen, and speak.
It does. It works. And it's free. It's only 2 years old and already 25 million people have used it. Many say it's better than a college course.
An independent study found that 34 hours on Duolingo are equal to a whole university semester.
Probably because the computer program gives you instant customized feedback. If you get it right, it moves on, moves you ahead. If you make mistakes, it slows down. It's a better way to learn. Thanks to new technology, all kinds of good things are happening. And here to tell us about some of them is Karen Mahon. She runs a company that reviews education apps. So Duolingo really is a better way to learn a language? How do they make money?
So it's a really interesting model that they have at Duolingo, and not like something that I've seen with any other app company. What they do is once their students have developed some skills in the language, they allow the learners the opportunity to translate documents like menus and similar things, and then Duolingo sells those to companies.
Now, there's something called Telepresence robots. What's that?
Yes, so you may not have seen this, and what this is actually a robot that is in a classroom, and it may be the face, where the face ought to be is an iPad, and the kids can then communicate with a teacher at a distance. A remote teacher can view the kids and their work through the iPad, and it's just a fascinating sort of alternative, I think, albeit some have said a bit creepy.
Karen Company is most excited about interactive education like this.
This is how you sound out a word.
This obviously is for little kids.
Right. This is an early reading program from a company called Headsprout. And what's really exciting about this to me is that it's a completely adaptive curriculum. So literally response by response, the curriculum can change to meet the needs of the learner.
It has to be better than any classroom instructor.
What we see with this kind of adaptive instruction is that it can do a much finer level of analysis and on-the-fly adjustment than a human is capable of for every individual child who uses it.
There's also something called Splash Math.
Sure. And that's an app that I happen to have here. And with these apps, with the best apps that we see on the market today, we see them adjusting in real time to what the learner is producing. Maybe that's advancing if a student can go a little further, or remediating if a student needs more help.
Why does this get a good review from you?
This particular app gets a good review from us because it has lots of things that we like to see. Feedback for correct answers and incorrect answers, adapting levels of difficulty, not letting the learner move on until they've mastered the current material.
There's another one called Mind Snacks.
Mind Snacks is a great one too, and what they do, actually they have a suite of language learning apps, and then they also have a vocabulary app for kids. And this app includes a number of different vocabulary games, and it has the adapting levels of difficulty, the error remediation. In other words, the best apps that we see are the ones that are most sensitive to what the learner can do.
You've reviewed almost 3,000 apps, only 10% got a grade of A or B.
That's correct. So we review based on what the scientific research has told us is most effective from an instructional design perspective and a usability design perspective. And the sad fact of the matter is that there just are not a lot of really high quality instructional apps available on the market.
But there will be, because they have to compete with each other.
They have to compete, but you'd be surprised at how some people choose their apps.
Well, in the long term, I bet the best rise to the top. Thank you, Karen Mahon. Next, we'll fight about school choice. Why is it so important?
Because I got a 12-year-old graduating from the 6th grade, and she can't spell girl. She can't read. They don't care no more in these schools. These teachers don't care about the kids no more.